Hi there. For those of you planning to start software development with a vendor, I'm going to explain why asking a question, how much will this product cost, will not be quite useful, and help you avoid some common mistakes and pitfalls that happen in project estimation that may cost you a fortune. Why me? I'm Alexander Savchenko. As a business analyst playing a pre-sale role, I've been working at Django Stars for more than 5 years. I've held hundreds of introductory meetings with clients, and the most common question I get is, how much will it cost to develop this? People may even forget to mention in specific terms what this is exactly, but they surely want to know how much money we are going to take from them. And I get it. Time and money are the language of business. And here we see mistake number one. I often hear stories about clients' negative experience working with a vendor. They are unable to estimate amount of work and the project cost as well. It's like traveling from San Francisco to Los Angeles, but somewhere along the way you end up in the middle of nowhere in Mexico. Such cases have a negative impact on the client and vendor's relationship. It makes the client think that vendor is always up to spend all the budget the client has, especially when the vendor asks how much money the client has. Actually, knowing amount of resources that are available or gas in the tank and the details of the destination point or the product details that you want to create helps us better match the client request and not overcomplicate things. The only way I know how to settle down expectations between two parties is transparency and better communication. From our experience, the best option is to ensure easy access for the clients to developers so that they can clarify all the product requirements together. In such a way, a client can follow route and pace of the development, regularly check whether they are on track, and end up in their destination of choice instead of in the middle of nowhere in Mexico. If you ask a vendor how much product development will cost, you won't get a thing. It's like asking a car salesman how much your car will cost, without mentioning its type, capacity, engine, and most importantly, where do you plan to travel with it. Well, you get the idea. The price depends on too many factors. What type of product you want to build, what amount of features you want to include, what maturity level you are targeting, how many users you want to service, and much more. And here's why. It's difficult to define which point of product development we can regard as the final one. Most consider the web application done when it's deployed to production. However, as soon as you go live, you may think of a new feature you want to add, or your users will demand it from you. Or maybe you didn't need full product development at all and you just wanted to validate the idea. See, too many dependencies to ignore them. The more info you give about your desired product, the more accurate estimation will be. What kind of problem do you want to solve for your users? What kind of features do you want to include? What level of maturity you are targeting? Answers to all of these questions will impact the figure you will receive as your web application cost. If you need more details on what information to provide to your vendor, check my last story on this topic. You'll find the link in the description below. At Django Stars, we differentiate between a budget quote and engineering estimate. And it's very important for potential clients to understand the difference between the two. As important as if, for example, you were planning a vacation in India and you had a choice between light traveler preparation consisting of packing, booking a hotel, buying an airplane ticket, and a pro traveler preparation that consists of vaccinations, route planning, and extra sun hat in case of high monkey thieving activity. Budget quote is normally done during the initial phases of communication with potential clients, and it represents a high-level overview of how much a product like this might cost. It's based on product requirements from you, our experience building products like this, quick wins that we see on the table, and high-level overview of the scope that we agree on during negotiations. The upside of this approach is that it can be done quickly and without signing a contract. The downside is that it's not very exact. It represents the minimum commitment that we expect to deliver value to you. Engineering estimation represents a particular amount of time, money, and specialists required to implement your idea. It's done by the engineers that will be responsible for the delivery of your product. It's an engineering commitment. The thing is, engineering estimation cannot be done without prior research, processing product documentation, and defining the end goals. We call it the discovery phase. After the discovery phase, we see a clearer picture, work on the uncertainties, and do a more detailed budget planning, so you could better plan the product development workflow. Quite common mistake, and honestly, quite understandable, especially among those doing product development for the very first time. A dollar saved is a dollar earned, as they say. And surely, hourly rates for development work differ around the world. Commonly, Eastern Europe is twice cheaper than the US, while Asia is twice cheaper than Eastern Europe. Lower rate may end up paying the price with lower quality service, while higher rate is not always the desire of a vendor to make more money, but additional services provided to you. Be sure to check what is included in the rate and what bang for your buck do you get, and how valuable are these services to you. Maybe it's deeper dive into your business needs, greater development team dedication, or speed of development. I hope this video was useful to you and it will help you start your product development journey smoothly. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos on product development, engineering, project management, or if you're a curious one, be sure to check our No Fluff blog. Cheers!